It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Dude. As I promised, food prep city. It is a lot. So the face you get when you buy 14 bell peppers and you tell her you're not making anything special, it's a look to be less desirable. But anyway, we got a bunch of fruit. I got a bunch of peppers. I'm going to make my homemade guacamole recipe is going to be on there. So I got about 14 peppers. Some of this fruit is from leftover from last week, so I'm going to use it. Most of the stuff will freeze. By the way, blueberries freeze really well. So I'm going to saute up all the peppers. I got about 4-ish pounds of ground turkey, 2.5 dozen of eggs. I'm doing sweet potatoes. I'm going to cook all these ahead of time because sweet potatoes hold really well. I doubled up on my veggies this week. I'm going to do some asparagus and Brussels sprouts. Got some peanut butter. That stuff is delicious. And then if you guys have Valentina hot sauce, that stuff is a lifesaver for breakfast. And then got some chicken, bananas, and then back here, there is tilapia. So don't really need the chicken or tilapia as I still have a bunch of stuff, but I'm going to go through the whole motions. I believe all this was about $100 for me. Bought a little more than I needed just for the sake of this, but also got dinner going. So we'll get going here. Guacamole. I got 4 big avocados. We're going to need 1 red onion, habanero, red pepper, cilantro, lemon juice, and then salt. So start with the avocados, cut them in half as you see in the picture. Go ahead and take out the pits by using the knife, and then scoop out all the avocado and put it in the bowl. I like to get all the avocados in there and then go ahead and mash up all the avocados and get them already pre-mashed, ready to go. For the habanero, I go ahead and just chop the top off, cut it down the middle, take out whatever seeds are remaining in there, and then I go ahead and start chopping it apart and mincing it, and then add it in. As you see, you can see the stems. Go ahead at the tip, cut around that, pull the stems and seeds out of the tomato, and then cut into small pieces as you desire. Don't make them minced, but make them small. For the red onion, all you're going to do is you only need 1 red onion, cut it in half, put that aside, and then you're going to use it on lengthwise. You're going to cut them down the middle, and then turn it and then start chopping. Once you guys get it chopped, you need to have the red onion minced. If you don't know how to mince the onion, go ahead and Google that and you can find it. Mince is the best for guacamole. For the cilantro, you just need 1 head of cilantro. I go ahead and just chop it, even where the stems are, and then kind of pull out as much as I can. And then once I have it chopped off the stems, discard that, and I go ahead and start going through and pulling out any big stems that were within the cilantro. Then I go ahead and chop and then mince the cilantro as best as I possibly can. Add to the guacamole bowl. The last 2 ingredients that you'll need are lime juice and salt. If you want to use fresh limes, go for it. I prefer the lime juice for make it easier for myself. It's about a cup to a cup and a half of lime juice and about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of salt. Once everything's incorporated, start stirring all the ingredients into the avocado. Make sure they get really incorporated in there and start smashing up the avocado even more and start whipping it to an extent, and you'll have the final product above. For this week, I used ground turkey, about 3.5 pounds. For the seasoning, I used minced garlic, chili powder, black pepper, and salt. The measurements are about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of garlic. The same goes for the chili powder, black pepper, and the salt. Once you get it added, use your hands, mix it about, and then add again another tablespoon to 2 of garlic, chili powder, salt, and pepper, and then put it onto the burner until it's brown and thoroughly cooked all the way through, and then you'll be done. For the peppers, I like to go ahead and start by cutting them down in half, and then right where the stem is, I like to cut around the stem, pull the top of the seeds out, pull out any of the white stuff. As you can see right here, they're done. Then I go ahead and cut them lengthwise so they're nice and straight for me, and then I cut them down into decent sized portions for myself. Then for when I want to saute them, I go ahead and throw them all in a pan. I put about a cup of lemon and lime juice each, You can decide how much or which one you want, or both. And then about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of pepper, salt, and garlic powder. Mix that all up again, and then put another tablespoon to 2 of salt, pepper, and garlic powder. While the first round of peppers are cooking, because I have to cook so many, I'm going to go ahead and get my tilapia and my chicken ready to put in Ziplocs. The beef is already done, so I'm just going to leave that off to the side. But for me, I like to wash the chicken beforehand, then put them in Ziplocs. And then all my recipes are all packaged up. I like to put them in individual Ziplocs, so you don't have to worry about, thawing out 4 and maybe not using them and them going bad. So I have them individually out. Again, we're gonna have a common theme: salt, garlic powder, lemon pepper, lime juice. Coriander is always good. Paprika is always good. Let's grab basil, and of course some salt. And then what I like to do with these guys is that the reason I like Ziplocs as well is that they're self mixers. You don't have to put them in big bowls or anything like that. You just dump everything in there. With the liquid, with the lemon and lime juice being in there, you can zip them up and then mix them all about around, and then seasoning, or the herbs in this case, can go ahead and mix themselves. So we'll go ahead and give a breakdown of each of my favorite ones that I've done in the last couple of weeks, and we'll get them going. Now these recipes are going to be good for tilapia or chicken. In front of us is the lemon pepper basil recipe. It is about a 1/4 cup of lemon and lime, or you can do one or the other. And it is about a tablespoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of basil, a tablespoon of pepper, and salt. So if you like a little bit of spice, this is my lemon pepper, crushed red pepper chicken or tilapia. What it is going to be the same: a 1/4 cup lemon or lime juice, depending on which one you want, or both, and then a tablespoon of garlic powder, pepper, and about a 1/2 tablespoon of crushed red pepper, and then about another 1/2 tablespoon of salt. Now this is one of my new favorite recipes, especially on tilapia. It's incorporating coriander and paprika. When you're going to be incorporating those ones, you don't need much, but the paprika I would use about a 1/2 tablespoon, and for the coriander I would use about a 1/2 teaspoon, and then for the rest, another tablespoon of garlic powder, tablespoon of black pepper, and about a 1/2 tablespoon of salt, and a 1/4 cup lemon and lime juice, one or the other, or both. You can also just do the coriander by itself, or you can do the paprika by itself. Both are great options. Both are very tasty. Now my main go-to is just a lemon pepper or lemon pepper lime garlic chicken. It's very simple, very straightforward. It's just going to be lemon lime juice, one or the other, or both, 1/4 cup of each, and then pepper, about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons if you want that kick, and then a tablespoon of garlic powder and about a 1/2 tablespoon of salt. Once I'm all done, I put them in Ziploc bags, and I just throw all the ingredients that I was saying into the Ziploc bag, seal them up, and it's its own self-contained mixer. And then I label them with what they are so I don't forget, and then the date, so when I'm going through the freezer, I can see them again for when I made them and go that way. Alright, so I finally finished. Here is the finished product. I have 5 lunches made. I have 3 still left over, and I have 1 sitting at work, so I have lunches for a while. So I'm actually going to take 1 more of these, put it over there, and then I'm going to freeze the rest, so I actually have more. So for the guacamole, guys, to get this to last, get saran wrap and cover it. It should last at least a week. It'll start getting a little brown, but it'll still be good. Mix it up. You'll be good on that. The peppers are starting to kill me. I might be doing what Colby did and subbing in more fruit for that. But that's a big thing of peppers. There's a thing of peppers, so good. There is all my chicken right over here. All my chicken and tilapia that is pre-marinated. And then I'm just going to throw that in the freezer. All my fruit for the week for each meal. It is the weekend, so I don't have to go to work. So I actually have time in the morning to make all the rest of my stuff. So I'll portion out everything else. But that's pretty much it, guys. One thing that just really helps me a lot is just keeping organized and staying on point. One thing I also did was make a bunch of sweet potatoes ahead of time, so I don't have to waste an hour when I get home. Cut them in half. They microwave in a minute, and they're perfect. But I always like to shop for deals. If you're in Colorado, Sprouts is awesome for produce. And then, yeah, just look at your daily stuff and just see what you can do. My peppers cost me 68 cents a piece. You know, it's pretty, you just got to be smart about it. And you can save some money. It can be pretty expensive. But like I said, everything you see here all put together, this is $100 that I just spent, if not more. And it's not just a week's worth, as you can tell. So, as always, guys, I hope this was helpful. Share, like, and subscribe to the video. Hopefully once I get my tripod, I'll actually have me in action, but this should be pretty good. I'm going to get a workout in tomorrow with Colby and my buddy Ken, so this should be fun. Later, guys.